Hey, what's going on, Podcast Nation? It is Jason Harris here, and we are here on the floor at NADA 2025 with the one, the only Matthew Davis from TradePending.
Hey, Jason.
What's up, man? How you doing? Hey, you made it.
Great.
We made it.
We all made it. Yeah, congrats to us.
Yes, right?
Pat yourself on the back.
I know. There we go. Hey, Matthew, thanks for taking the time to come take a walk with me. It is, look, it's NADA, man. It's a little sensory overload. There's a lot here, a lot to see. I'm glad that people did make it, so I appreciate you coming to take a little stroll with me.
I'm always happy to walk with you. I'm going to see if I can walk just like a little faster than you.
Let's see if we can mess Jordan up a little bit. Hey, Matthew, here's what we've been doing. Look, 2024 was literally just a month ago. All right, now we're into 2025. I'm just curious from your perspective, what did you see in 2024 that was like, hey, that was really cool? And what are you looking at for 2025 that dealers really need to focus on?
2024, looking internally for us, was a year of integrating. So at the end of 2023, we purchased SnapCell, we bought Fixed Ops Digital, and it's just hard to integrate people and processes and products into a new company. So a lot of our focus is on building that out and making sure we've got that right, so we have the right foundation so that we truly actually have one console or one platform, not just being integrated on the invoice. And 25 now is the year where we can really turn up the dial in the integration, and so that's where, coming into NADA, we had 3 big product announcements. We can talk about that.
Yes.
But I think when I'm speaking to all the marketers out there, you've got the big buzzwords of AI and CDP.
There's an AI. There's an AI. There's an AI.
You got an AI.
There's an AI.
All right.
You get an AI.
And when you think about AI, we're in year 1 of what's going to be a 30, 40 year kind of maturity cycle, I think. If you think about the dawn of email and the dawn of mobile phones, it takes a decade for that stuff to really manifest. So you see the marketers I speak with at dealerships, they are experimenting with it. They might have a tool that does something like that. They don't have it all dialed in, but they're figuring it out. So it's like, all right, we've got this buzzword. There's some things there.
Yeah, a little bit.
It hasn't lived up to the hype. And then when you talk about a CDP,
well, because I think everyone's expecting like it's a fully fleshed out solution, and it's not. We're just in the infancy stage of it, and so far what I've seen put out there, it looks exciting. I mean, I think it's going to be, and especially when it comes to the integration portion of it, right? And that's where you kind of go more into the CDP side of it, right?
Totally. And so for that, that's a pretty easy conversation. You either have a lot of rooftops, and so you have a sophisticated team and process in place where you can use something like that, or you don't. It's a tale of two worlds there. So that's a pretty simple story there. And shoot, last year we talked about video and how video is hot. That has not stopped, right? So
no,
that is still, like, of all the marketing mediums out there that you can reach your customers with, that is still the number one, but it's also the number one for people to actually get over the hump and say, like, yeah, you know what, I will do it. I will make my team do it. I will follow through. But that's still, like, in 25.
Oh, we still got some time. The adoption is getting there. We're seeing it. I was actually, I was talking to a friend of ours, Duran Cage.
I know that
literally
guy.
about this exact. He just doesn't live too far from me. He's actually just in Memphis. Hey, Duran, you didn't make it. Your fault. But no, you're right though. I mean, video is still the most, personal, connected form of marketing or communication. When I get to see someone in front of me, I get to see the body language, I get to see their eyes, I get to see it, match that with their tonality. Here's the thing, I think as humans, I think, we're built to actually identify people that are wanting to serve, wanting to help, and you can't hide that in a video, right? Like either it comes out, and unfortunately it doesn't get articulated in black and white text all the time. So no, I'm 100% with you. I still think in 2025 that's going to be one of the biggest things that still need to be focused on.
Amen.
Now you guys are doing some cool stuff with video. Like you're not just, when I think of most dealerships and they're thinking of video, you're thinking of the video walk around or maybe a reply to something. But you guys have said, hey, there are some other really cool places that we can utilize utilize video. Tell me a little bit about how you're utilizing video in some new places.
Yep, thank you for that, teeing me up. Like, all right, I'll take that. We rolled out coming into an ADA. We added in video into the trade-in process. Yeah. And so you're thinking to yourself, like, oh, like, don't other people do that already? Like, wow, I really innovated there. We did it in the trade pending way, right? So normally if you've got a customer trying to go through that trade-in process, they're going through the forms. It's, enter your VIN, enter your mileage, take 50 pictures of the car, all this stuff. And at this point, unless you're the most motivated person, you're done, you're out, you're abandoned. Sure. So the way that we did it, we kept the same flow. Get your trade-in information in like 10 seconds. Boom, then you get notified, hey, why don't you send us a video?
I like that. Talk about flipping the script a little bit here, right? Like, I mean, if a customer's willing to go that far, I mean, how highly qualified are they, right? And what's wrong with asking for that? There's not. I mean, if I was privately buying something from somebody, isn't that almost expected anymore?
Right. Yeah. And so like the benefit of this is like you're keeping that website conversion high. You're not disrupting the flow. They get their value in a few seconds. Now they send in a video. Now your sales team can get notified. Boom. Hey, this lead just actually sent in a video. They're wicked hot. Your used car manager can get notified. So that he or she's looking at being, hey, we actually want that taco. Bring that thing in. Let's go. Are we at the Toyota booth? I feel like I just product place right there, but that's another half mile away.
The taco.
So yeah, that's the new thing with the video. And what's cool about that is we just roll that out for free for all our customers.
Well, and anything that goes into you guys' kind of commitment around the integration side. And I will have to say, this is me putting my dealer principal hat on. I have to say that I truly do really appreciate that, because I mean, how many times that I bought into some cool products or solutions, and then just to find out that they don't talk to each other, or the companies are sometimes unwilling to communicate with each other. So the problem is now I have these gaps in kind of my process, where I have to go from kind of, one set of people, process, and technologies. I got to stop and then go to another set of people, process, and technologies. And you guys have made the commitment to say, no, we're going to let's mold this stuff together and make it easier for the dealer.
Our own team feels that same pain. If you're trying to coach somebody on software, you're trying to sell them software, and you're having to hop into 8 different things, it's no good for anybody. So yeah.
Well, that's cool, and I'm with you. And I think that's another thing, dealers out there, if you're watching and listening for 2025, push back on your partners, see what they're doing from an integration perspective, because I am seeing more and more of it, which makes me incredibly happy. And I think that it hugely impacts, a dealership's operations, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I think there's a happy medium to be had. Like, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket if you're a dealer. Like, we've seen some high-profile cases where that can be really challenging this past year.
Yes.
But you also don't want to have 40 different vendors or 70 or 80 if you can avoid it. So if you can find that happy medium of like, boom, we're going to solve these solutions with this toolkit and those solutions with that toolkit. And of course, we got our DMS and our CRM and yada, yada, yada there. So that's kind of how I'm viewing the world. It's like seeing dealers trying to consolidate, but not over-consolidate, because that's also a problem.
Well, I think what's the intent behind the consolidation, right? I mean, dealers, if you're out there watching and listening to us right now, we're talking about consolidation, but we're talking about consolidation with the intent of integration. Right, so really what you're thinking about is thinking about your sales process right now, and just think about these valleys and these mountains and these ups and these downs. And we're talking, I think that's a big call for 2025 is figuring out ways where we can make the transfer from one system to another kind of a linear process versus this kind of up and down, up and down.
Yeah, nobody likes janky.
No one does. Hey, Matthew, I know we're getting towards the tail end of our conversation, and I always love taking a walk with you. But hey, before I let you go, for everybody out there watching and listening right now who would love to connect with you, find out more about TradePending and some of the new features you guys have just launched, what's the best way to do so?
TradePending.com. I'm Matthew at TradePending.com. Pretty easy to do. Yes. There you go.
Hey, everyone out there watching and listening, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have yourself an amazing day.
We got to hug it out.
Yes. Can you want me to give you like a piggyback on the way back?